Hey, what's up? I'm Darkbblue, trying to help everyone enjoy games in depth. This is a review video on the recent Souls-like game AI Limit, focusing on its combat design, aiming to tell you if this is the game for you. Compared to typical Souls games, the major difference in AI Limit is that you no longer have a stamina bar, but instead you have an energy bar. While your basic attacks such as light, heavy, and charge attacks can generate energy, your skills and spells spend the energy. So what actually does this design indicate? Let's start with two examples. The first example is a zombie with a small pipe. It's a mid-rank mob, stronger than bare-handed zombies, yet weaker than the zombies with large pipes. Now I try to use basic attacks successively and stun lock it. However, this enemy has a certain attack that grants it temporary stagger resistance, meaning that I cannot stun lock it with basic attacks, despite it's just a mob. The second example is a boss. Although it's a strong boss, my skills can stably stagger it. I can even interrupt its ongoing attacks. With these two examples, it's clear that in an AI limit, the staggerability of basic attacks are designed to be very weak, while the staggerability of skills and spells are designed to be very strong. At the same time, remember that basic attacks are energy generator and skills and spells are energy spender. Consequently, the combat is rotated between two phases, generator phase and spender phase. In generator phase, your goal is to use basic attacks to generate energy. As basic attacks can hardly stagger enemies, you need to mind and tackle each incoming attack, managing to counterattack. Basically, this is the interactive style combat. In the spender phase, you can spend energy on skills and spells, which can effectively stagger enemies, so you are almost totally safe in this phase. This is a stun locking style combat. In general, the rotation of the two phases is the fundamental logic of AI limit. So why can such a design reduce useless weapons? We know that a weapon in a Souls game might be useless because its attack animation takes so long while it cannot stun lock enemies, making it almost impossible to use this weapon in real combat. After all, in typical Souls games, bosses shouldn't be easily staggered, right? But AI Limit challenges this thought. It makes bosses staggerable with skills and spells. In this way, even if a skill or spell takes a long time to finish its animation, your safety is guaranteed by the fact that the boss is effectively stun locked. I think this is a very smart way to reduce the number of useless weapons. We can also approach the entire thing in the reverse manner. Maybe the devs are first trying to reduce the number of useless weapons, so they gave skills and spells strong staggerability. But this poses possible risk of making the game too easy, as players can easily stun lock enemies. As a result, the devs further add an energy bar as additional restriction, forcing players to go through a generator phase, during which the combat is mainly interactive. With the fundamental logic being said, now it's clear that AI Limit emphasizes on interaction between player and enemies. On one hand, an interactive generator phase is almost always inevitable. On the other hand, interaction is also the development focus and the most fun part of the game. I think this can tell you whether or not this is the game is for you. I know, although we are all Souls game fans, we in fact love different aspects of Souls games. Some may love the sophisticated map and level design of Dark Souls 1. Some may love the part-breaking mechanic and the stun-locking combat style in Bloodborne. And some may love the repositioning-based interaction combat in Dark Souls 2 and the diverse interaction tools in Elden Ring. AI Limit, generally, is for the last type of players. If you like interaction in Souls games, you might be attracted by this game. At least you can give the demo a try. But if your interest in Souls games is in other aspects, maybe this is not the game for you. I believe this clarification can avoid possible meaningless argument in player communities. Since we are now clear what the target player base of AI limit is, let's move into the detailed review part. I will give you my opinions from two perspectives, the generator phase and the spinner phase. In the generator phase, the thing I care about the most is if the interaction experience is good enough. I think it is. Basically, AI limit gives you many different interaction tools, so you are not simply memorizing the dodge timing of every attack, but instead, you need to first find out the most suitable interaction tool given each attack, which adds another layer of fun into the interaction experience. In this game, you have the basic dodge move, then you can parry, which is useful to interrupt long combos. You can also reposition into safe zones without relying on iframes, which might be a bit hard to find out, but once found, can greatly lower the odds of making mistakes when dodging. Then you have an enhanced dodge move that covers much longer distance, which can be seen as an enhanced tool for repositioning. Some weapons even have specific moves with GP ability, and in addition, I have successfully dodged an attack with low stance moves. Although the abundance of interaction tools in AI Limit cannot match Elden Ring yet, it is already good enough among Souls-like games. I believe that first picking a suitable interaction tool before you do the memorization can greatly improve your experience in this game. What I'm not so satisfied with is the visual cues of enemy attacks. I feel that the actual attack animation is too fast compared to the preparation animation, making it very hard for me to react. But I also have to admit that my reaction time is not so fast as I used to have. So I'm not so sure if this is a problem of the game or a problem of me. If you really care about this issue, maybe consider trying out the demo. In the generator phase, the key issue I care about is the diversity and availability of different skills and spells. The diversity part is quite satisfying in my opinion. Although different spells and skills are quite similar in the sense of stagger ability, they do differ from each other in range, speed, and distance. But the availability is not that good. In AI Limit, you have only one skill per weapon, not switchable, nor do you have access to a second skill per weapon. You do have 2 weapon slots and you have enough upgrading material to upgrade both of them. What's worse is the spells. You have only one spell slot, and if you want to switch to a different spell, you have to do it from the menu. So I'm not so satisfied with the availability of different skills and spells. I know it's hard to add new skills or make the skill switchable, but at least I hope the devs could add more spell slots and allow us to switch spells in real time. Additionally, I want to mention that although the rotation between the two phases is the fundamental logic of this game, the spinner phase is not entirely safe with certain light weapons and certain late game strongholds. From my personal perspective, I hope the devs could make some adjustments and make sure the spinner phase is entirely safe. After all, the players are already forced to interact with enemies in the generator phase. At last, I need to mind you that this game can be a bit tough. I spent 16 hours and a half on my first playthrough, which didn't cover all the content of this game. I didn't explore every corner of the map, I missed 2 hidden locations, and I could feel the difficulty of level progression was greatly increased in late game. Also, I got stuck with 2 bosses, and one of them was defeated using spells instead of melee strategies. So if you fear you might not be able to beat the game after buying it, you might want to pay some attention to information about easy strategies. All in all, I'm quite confident about my analysis on the 2 phases, and my claim that AI Limit is a game focusing on interaction. However, I'm not so sure about my judgment of the quality and difficulty of the game. Solely based on my personal experience without information from other sources, well, it's hard for me to tell if the difficulty is the result of my personal skills being not good enough or the result of the game not being designed so well. So please also refer to reviews of other content creators and players, not just mine alone. If you want to play games into depth together with me, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.